Morning, great morning, great morning. Welcome to the AM Power. My name is Coleman, and I'm extremely excited to be one of your speakers today. And I want to say we have great morning from Mexico. Great morning, buenos dias. We have Houston, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah. Skylar Hanson. Okay, great morning to you guys. Chicago, I see you, Miss Valerie. Great morning. Amber Noble from Austin, Texas. We got California on this morning. Great morning to all of my Zoom friends as well. We have people coming in from all over the country. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Great morning. Sarasota, Florida. ATL. Fort Pierce, Florida, and Montana. Well, listen, guys, I know as you guys continue to come in, my name is Coleman, and I am very proud and honored to be an AM speaker this morning. Tune in Monday through Friday, guys, at 10 a.m. Central for our AM Power Call. You know, you're going to hear from various leaders with the company who are doing some incredible things, who have done some incredible things, but nothing like what we're going to do, and that's including you. So I want to commend you. I want to congratulate you for taking some time out, you know, because growth is essential, guys. And anything that we're going to do is going to, anything that we do of greatness, first of all, is not going to come quickly or easily, and it's going to take another version of you. What do I mean by that? The person that you are got you to where it is that you are today. And that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just to give you an idea of where you need to be in order to go to that next level. And so you took a lot of work. It took a lot of work, and you put in a lot of work, you know, to get to where you are. And so if you look back at why you got started, why you got started to do anything that you're doing right now is because you had a vision. It's because you have a vision. So today's topic, I want to talk to you about that very subject. Remember why you started. First of all, you know, if you are in vital health, if you're in vital health, you're here because you saw something. And the only reason you saw something is because you asked for something. Whether it was subconsciously, whether it was consciously, whether it was a thought, guys, you thought about doing better, whether it was your health or whether it was your wealth. And whatever you think about, whatever you focus on, it grows. And so I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in happenstance. I don't believe in circumstance. I believe that you get what you picture. I believe that what you think about, you bring about. I believe words are powerful, that they can create and they can also destroy. And I believe the number one gift that we have received as men and women, mankind, is our imagination. Our imagination. It is the best thing we could have been given in order to propel in life. In order to be anything, you have to see something. And most of everything that we are, that we've accomplished, guys, we've seen it in our minds first. However, when you attract what it is that you say you want, when you attract it and you get it, you know what else comes with it? Doubt, disbelief, negativity. And before it could even come from the outside world, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your children, whether it's your neighbor, your coworkers, before it comes from anybody, guys, it comes from us. See, the subconscious mind is a program just like your computer, just like your cell phone, which is now a computer. And it can only function from what's downloaded to it. If nothing is downloaded into the computer or your cell phone, if there's no program, no programming, then there is no communication. There is no social media. There is no texting, guys. There's nothing happens with a computer or a phone unless it's downloaded. Now, the mind It's the same thing. Nothing will happen, guys, in your life with you except for what's been downloaded. Oh, Damon, I don't know about that. That's not true. There's things that have happened to me of people that I know and they wasn't thinking about that happening to them. You're right. And that's just part of being on earth. We're human, right? So we're not invincible, but we can be in more control. We can be more intentional in terms of how our life is shaped. Yes, guys, no, people are going to die, right? Businesses are going to fail. Things are going to happen. Misfortunes happen every second on the minute, every minute on the hour, every hour of the day, every day of the month, every month of the year. Things happen. Things happen. The biggest problem is when we attract what it is that we want after we've decided what we want and we know why we want it and we get it, we start to talk ourselves out of it because that program of doubt and disbelief has a tendency to take over the whole system. See, just like the computer, just like your cell phone, the mind, guys, it's a system. And that system consists of only what you tell it, guys, and it doesn't know if you're telling it the truth or a lie. The subconscious mind. And 90% of your results are going to come from your subconscious mind. Believe it or not, only 10% of the results that you have today, guys, are coming from your conscious mind. That's only 10%. So if we're going to change the outcome, then we have to change the income. And if we're going to change the income, that means we have to change, just like the computer, the input. What are we inputting, guys? What are we implementing? How are we fighting the doubt, the disbelief, before we can even hear from the outside world? No, guys, number one, you got to remember why you started. When that doubt, those lies, oh, that last business didn't work out. So, we'll see how it goes. But if it don't work, at least I tried. At least I tried. So the subconscious mind is like, oh, we don't have to succeed. We just have to try. You're already programming yourself to fail. So this is something that 95% of the people, guys, probably 99% of the people on earth experience, even the most successful people that you see, that you admire. Guys, as you progress in life, what I found out, because I used to think there was this cutoff point where people earn so much money and they accomplish so many things at some point, they just stop. They're retired, they're done. They don't want anything else in life. And that would be a horrible life to get to such a high level, guys, of accomplishments and then just to do nothing. No. So successful people are always wanting to go to the next level. They're always wanting more, right? They always want to do more, make a bigger impact. And as they progress and make these decisions, well, self-doubt kicks in with us too. Yeah, the lies still come. What if? Well, right? And as you retrain the subconscious mind, it gets less and less in terms of the viruses. Just like the computer gets viruses, guys, the subconscious mind can get a virus too. They say, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not working the way I thought it would. Or no, the mind, just like last time, you can see people are not going to join your business. People do not want to sign up with you. People don't blah, 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 blah. Right? So how do you, guys, combat the self-doubt, the disbelief, the past failures? Because I can tell you right now, guys, you're not going to do it as effectively if you keep doing it on your own. This is why the AM Power is so important Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. This is why reading books, guys, like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. By Napoleon Hill, and The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Right? As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Listening to audios by Dr. Miles Monroe. Gosh, Jim Rohn. I call him Uncle Jim because he'll give it to you straight, like he know you, like he live in your head. Jim will get, Jim say, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. So spiritual development, personal development, guys, is the remedy. For any type of sickness or disease, there is a what? There is a remedy. And the first thing we have to do to succeed, guys, and to propel is to repair. To have a remedy is to repair. And we have to repair 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of downloading the wrong programs. Go to school, get a great education, so you could go to college and get a degree and get a good job. And it's like the older we become, the more we found out that that program isn't a guarantee, but you were sold. You were sold that this is how it's done, right? And so when you didn't accomplish that, it's like, well, what am I going to do? I don't have a college degree. Or you set out for a business and you took out a loan and the business, it didn't go the way that you thought it would, and all these things they told you about business, it didn't happen. So what? You just quit in life? You own your job 20 years, they let you go? You just quit in life? You've been in multi-level marketing for years and you haven't earned the income that you really want to earn? And you're watching other people keep going in front of you and going in front of you, walking across the stage and getting recognized. And it's like, what about me? What's wrong with me? Why haven't I had my turn? How come I'm not getting promoted? What is it that I'm not doing? Or maybe I'm just not, maybe this just not for me. And when that doubt and disbelief and those lies you start to tell yourself, you got to rebuke them, guys. You got to deny them. And you got to remember why you started. You got to remember what you saw. And we talk to 5 and 10 people and they don't see it and they don't get it. And they give you what you would believe is a negative response. And now it doesn't work. It's not working. That's what you say about the opportunity. That's what you say about vital health. It's not working. Just like the last one. See, I told you that's why I don't like these programs, because, they just don't seem to work for me. And you just keep down. The more you keep feeding that subconscious mind, that doubt, that disbelief, it's soaking it all up and it's going to use it against you. No. Here's what I tell myself, guys, when I get involved with any company, when I see any opportunity. And y'all know I've seen some, and y'all know I've done some. No secret. Here's what I tell myself. I know that I'm not the only person that's smart enough to see this. I know. There is no way, Damon, you're the only person that's smart enough to see this. And there is no way the executives, the founders, the visionaries who have not only been successful with this company, Damon, but they've been successful in other things. So it's no question that what you see is real. All you got to do. See, when I got into multi-level marketing and I found out all I had to do was talk to people, and it wasn't even to get rich. Because the first social proof that I saw in network marketing to let me know that I wasn't wasting my time was from a former stripper who had a check for $3,000. And at that house of my very first meeting in network marketing, guys, it was only 7 people there. And it was all from different walks of life. You had an NBC News producer that got laid off, so his wife was in the business. She used to be a stay-at-home mom. Now she was at the airport with the Delta uniform on, selling the credit cards. Another young lady was a real estate broker. This is 2008. Her and her husband owned a construction company. She owned multiple beauty salons. The economy crashed, so that their incomes. We had another young lady that just always sold, like, kind of like a peddler, always sold different things, purses and shoes and, cologne and perfume and all that stuff. You had Coleman, who had just got out of federal prison in this house. Okay. I'm just giving you the dynamics of the people that was there. And the person that had the biggest check was the person that was a former stripper with a GED. And that check was $3,000. I joined that company, guys, Artists International, for retail. I joined them for retail, not to get rich. No, just to make some extra money. Because my economy crashed too when I went to prison. And when I got out, I was looking for opportunities in real estate because I used to flip houses. Now I went to prison. Went to prison for cocaine and marijuana conspiracy. That's why I went to the feds. But before I went, I was also flipping houses. I was doing mortgage lending all at the same time. So when I got out, my path was set. I'm gonna flip houses. I'm gonna get back into real estate. Guys, start doing mortgage loans. When I get out of prison, they said that you can no longer do mortgages as a convicted felon. What? The guy that taught me how to do mortgages was a convicted felon who served hard time in Texas State Prison. Got out, became a multimillionaire, flipping houses, doing mortgage loans. This was my mentor. So I said, oh, well. And he was a heroin addict before he went to prison. I'm like, I didn't have all of those challenges, and I already got the blueprint before I get out, so I know I'm set. Guys, I get out of prison within 3 weeks because of my wife at the time. I was about to close. We was about to close on our first investment property, guys. I was pulling out $30,000. We had already started the paperwork and everything as I'm preparing to get released. My path is set. I'm good. 30 grand. We go get started, love, and we go rock this thing out. 3 weeks before closing, guys, they tell me the steps came back, stipulations. Her student loans had to be in referment for 12 months. We missed it by 1 month, lost the earnest money, inspection money, appraisal money. And it wasn't a whole lot for most people, but that $5,000, that was everything we had. We lost it. So it's like, oh, now what am I going to do? Again, when life happens, what happens? So guys, I start selling hair care products. I got back behind the chair, cutting and styling hair, something I knew how to do, but something I thought I was long removed away from. But I never stopped thinking about getting rich. I never stopped thinking about why I got started. The life I used to provide for my older kids, I now want to provide even on a higher level for my kids to be my family. Guys, I've always been a provider since I've been a cub. So it's like, what am I going to do to be able to earn this type of income? If it's not real estate, I'm a convicted felon now. And everybody telling you, when you're a convicted felon, you can't get a job, you can't get a certain kind of job. Man, my dad used to tell me when I was in high school, because I was gang banging and selling dope then, he said, son, you get a felony, it's going to be hard to get a job, a good job. And my dad is an entrepreneur extraordinaire now, but that wasn't his mindset then. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a convicted felon now. And I can't do mortgages. The real estate market crashed. I can't flip property. Man, what the heck am I going to do legally that's going to help me make a 5-figure plus monthly income? I had no idea. But I just had to get started doing something, guys. So I went back behind the chair, cutting and styling hair. Next thing you know, guys, I got a hold of some technology in the hair care industry. I met the owner of the company. I'm giving you the short version of clip notes. I met the owner of the company at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show. Chased him down, guys. I got what you call it? I got a master distributorship, but I had to invest $3,000 in order to be like a master distributor to purchase my product. And that was a lot of money for me at that time, guys. $3,000. But anyway, started selling the bunch of flat irons and blow dryers all over St. Louis, Atlanta, Georgia, guys. He invited me back the next year because of my sales to work the Bronner Brothers show on the floor, guys, exactly where I met him the year before. And now I'm on the floor selling this man's product after I chased him down for 3 days at the Bronner Brothers the year before because he didn't know me, didn't know anything about me. But on that third day, because it was a 3-day, if you know about the hair show, 3-day hair show, on that third day, guys, he gave me his number. Then I called him, and for 3 weeks, he would not answer the phone. So I finally called corporate, and corporate said he left a message for me saying he apologized that he hadn't been able to get back with me, but it was okay for me to open up an account. Went back home, told my wife, guys, listen, I got an opportunity. It's only going to take $3,000. I'm going to do this. And she's looking at me like, we lost 5,000 last year for the earnest money and everything. We got this because she was still in residency. Guys making about $40,000 a year before she came in MD. And so here it is. Now I'm like, okay, but this is the only opportunity that I'm seeing to like really get ahead because I can only cut so many hair today. I can only do so much hair. It's only so many hours in a day. I need to supplement this income, love. I need to get it some kind of, ooh. So I spent the money anyway. And I'm not telling you, men, to don't do what your wife tell you to do. I just know when it comes to financial freedom in my house, it's not up for discussion. See, because when things going great, nobody has a whole lot to say. But when things start going bad, everybody got something to say. So they're going to have something to say. I might as well go for it. So I spent the $3,000, got the account, guys, and I commenced to selling. It was at that hair show that Mr. Kim invited me back. David Kim, owner of FHI Heat, invited me back to the Bronner Brothers, and that's where I got introduced to multi-level marketing by a stranger. You know why I got introduced? Why she came up to me, why she approached me? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I never forgot why I got started. Not in network marketing, not selling flat irons and blow dryers, not cutting and styling hair because I thought I was going to get rich when I opened up my first 2 salons in my early 20s, guys, and found out I wasn't going to get rich as a owner and operator of my own barbershop and beauty salon. That wasn't the model that was going to get me rich, which is how I end up flipping houses and all this other stuff. But my point is, I remember why I got started, and I never stopped living in my imagination. I never stopped thinking about being wealthy. I never stopped thinking about having more. I used to still go to the car lots, guys, and sit in brand new S550 Mercedes and ride around looking at new houses while we lived in this apartment. We're looking at mansions almost every Sunday, guys. I never stopped believing that it was for me, convicted felon and all. I never stopped believing. And I have to remember why I started. And so here it is. Now I'm at this Bronner Brothers hair show. A complete stranger introduced me to my first company, guys. Freaking girdles. My friends laughed at me. Thought I was crazy, all demand down in Atlanta now selling girdles. I could hear them talking about me all the way from St. Louis. And I'm calling and I'm telling them all this money we can make and we're about to make it. And they're like, man, you crazy. You doing what? And 9 months later, I was earning over $50,000 a month in income. My wife of 17 years at that time, guys, had just finished her residency program and became an MD. She was earning $110,000 a year starting off until she passed the pediatric boards, and then she would be making $130,000. Here I am making her salary every 2 months, fresh out of prison. I had only been out of the feds for 2 years. Don't tell me nothing about network marketing. You got to remember why you started. And see, I am the person that I'm talking to more than any of you today because this January, I'm like, Damon, I don't know about this anymore. I don't know that this is still what God wants you to be doing, man. It's been hard over the last couple of years, dude. You've given your best. You went and broke records. You've done this. You've done that. You did what you're supposed to do. And yet the bottom falls out. Again and again. Do you know how many bottoms fell out? See, this is what I have to remember, guys. How many bottoms fell out before I got rich in the first place? I said I was flipping houses, but I didn't tell you my first contractor took advantage of me, guys, because I didn't know the business. I didn't tell you that the mortgage companies that was funding my deals took advantage of me, charged me 2 points on the front, 2 points on the back, high interest rates, paying them mortgage I shouldn't be paying, paying contractors what I shouldn't be paying, bought a barbershop and beauty salon, though I was a barber and a stylist, never ran a business. That was hellish. I had 18 stylists to try to manage. See, all the things that we go through in life that make us feel like a victim are really things that help us become victorious. It's called preparation. And we can't skip the process because remember what I said at the beginning of the Zoom, guys? Nothing of greatness will come easily or quickly, but it will come. If you stay living in your imagination, if you stay living in the wish fulfilled. See, we talk about what you say, we talk about what you think. What we don't talk about enough, guys, in personal development and mindset training is the feeling. It's the feeling that gets you what you want. That's the vibration. A feeling is an energy, and everything we want is on a frequency. And until we match that frequency, in other words, until we raise our vibration, we would never attract it. It's all kind of static, guys, in life, distractions and doubts and disbelief. That's the static in the frequency. But the more we live in our imagination, the more we go there. There is a place. Guys, this lamp above my head was a place before it was a physical reality. It was a place here first. This laptop, this cell phone, guys, this table, this couch, my car was all a place before it appeared. Somebody went there. And the more you go there, the more it comes to you. So don't just think about it. Don't just speak about it. Imagine what it's going to feel like when you walk across that stage. As a silver. Yeah. I thought he was going to say diamond. Oh, no, guys. No. My first check in network marketing was $200. My second check was $700. My third check was $1,800. See, success, guys, is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And you don't have, guys, base hits mentally and physically. You do the work, you do what you learn, right? You implement, you sow the seeds of making the list, making the calls, inviting, meeting strangers. See? Because I didn't get rich in network marketing through social media or my family and friends. I got rich in network marketing through strangers. Because when all the people I want to talk to about these girls was laughing at me, but I'd already saw the stripper with the $3,000 check, I knew I could do this. How she get the biggest check in the room? And the stripper and the ex-fella had the two biggest checks in Atlanta, Georgia, during that opportunity between 2008 and 2010. Yeah, the stripper and the ex-fella. You know why? We lived in our imagination more than anybody. We believed more than everybody. We went to work, we went to war, despite of the doubt, despite of the naysayers, despite of the disbelief. Because you're going to get the doubt, you're going to get the disbelief, you're going to get the naysayers. It's going to come. But you got to remember why you got started. So you got to see yourself walking across that stage and imagine how's that going to feel when my man, when my woman see me, when my children see me and they know it's not all in vain. When I go walk across that stage and I'm a brand new gold, and I walk across that stage and now I'm a brand new diamond, and I'm a double diamond, I'm a triple diamond, I'm a black diamond. How's that going to feel when you're driving into a neighborhood that you're no longer sightseeing, but you're pulling in the garage with the collection to mine? 6 cars, classics, new schools, Tonka toys. Got the mural, guys, airbrush on the floor of the garage. I got original paintings of muscle cars on the wall. My garage almost looks like a barn, but a barn from what was that MTV Cribs. How it's going to feel when I walk in my house, guys, and all that porcelain is all over my floor going up to my island that'll be marble, and I can see everything straight through the back of the house floor. There's ceiling windows. Some of y'all gonna be at this house I'm talking about one day. You're gonna remember this. After man, guys, who almost lost everything, including his desire to even still do network marketing all the way up until this January, but I never stopped thinking about my future. I never stopped feeling what it's going to be like to be wealthier than I ever even imagined. I never stopped feeling, and that's why Alex Reynoso, the founder, one of the co-founders of Vital Health, sent me a DM. I didn't know him, but I operate on the frequency, guys, because on my worst days, I've trained my subconscious mind so much from over 10,000 hours of reading books and listening to audios, praying, reading my Bible, not as much as I should, but I do. And I pray, not as much as I should, but I do. I have a level of faith, and I'm using everything. My faith in God, personal development, all these books I'm downloading, because there's no way I could go back to that old way of thinking. No, there's no way I could ever get used to living an average life. No, God didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far, is what I'm telling myself. Crying sometime, guys, heartbroken. But I never forgot why I started. So I might not be in my highest frequency, but I'm vibrating enough, guys. I'm feeling good enough. I'm living in my future enough. Alex Reynoso sent me a DM, and I thought he was some rookie distributor because he said, hey, man, heard a lot of great things about you. I see what you've been doing. I'd love to connect with you. I'm not trying to recruit you. What? That's what they all say. I'm not trying to recruit you. Never went to his page to even find out he was the owner of the company, guys. Never knew. We moved the conversation from Messenger to WhatsApp. We FaceTime because he lives in Mexico. And we FaceTime. By the time we FaceTime, I believe I had attracted something that I've been looking for, praying for. I thought I did. And so when I told Alex Reynoso, the co-founder of Vital Health, that I found something, it was by way of a friend of his who had just started a company in December. And all Alex did was wish me well and ask me if he could send me some product. And that was the end of the conversation. Didn't know I would ever speak to him again. Didn't tell me in that conversation that he owned the company he wanted to send me products from. Well, because I'm still vibrating high. Now I thought the company I thought I found, I'm waiting on my good friend who's like a brother to me to send me the compensation plan, the English version of the compensation plan, because it's also a company based out of Mexico. And it took him 3 weeks. Matter of fact, I still don't have the PDF. But within 3 weeks of not getting it, because I'm still vibrating, I'm still thinking about what it is I want, I'm living in my future. I'm feeling what it's going to be like, guys. I'm anticipating before it even happens. James Linhart calls me after I go live, doing a live, just like we're doing right now, because I'm on Instagram too, but doing a live like this. James Linhart saw the live, say, hey, man, I just got off your live, dude. We got to do it again soon. Like James and I, who's the VP of Vital Health, guys, and also a triple diamond. He's a VP of marketing. David and I was a part of another company, was not on the same team, but we would go live together sometimes, just doing some personal development. And so when he saw me, he reached out. James called me and just invited me to get on a Zoom and asked me if I would give an evaluation of a company he just became a part of. Because for our relationship, I didn't care what it was. He didn't tell me what it was. I get on a Zoom and the rest has and will be history. Because I got to learn about Vital Health. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been saying the industry needs right now. This is it, the complete package. So I had to call my friend and tell him, hey man, I appreciate you, brother, but I found something else. And this is the direction that I'm going to go in. I love you, man, but this is going to be better for me and my family. And he totally understood, like a real friend would, guys. And here it is now. It's only been 6 weeks with Vital Health. And the same guy in January that was thinking he might need to find something else to do God didn't forget about me. And it wasn't because, and James, I thought Alex and James set me up. I said, James knows I've been talking to Alex. Alex knows that James knows me. So they tag team, which is cool if you can sparring for me, as long as it's not against me. Come to find out, Alex didn't know I knew James. James said, no, Alex have been contacting me, guys. I got a VP of marketing, CEO of a company, both reaching out to me to look at this company, guys. I didn't find it. I would love to be able to tell you I got so much experience. I know so many people. I found it. No, guys, I attracted Vital Health to me because of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I attracted Vital Health. And this is why I'm telling you as I wrap up today. You got to remember why you started, guys. You got to remember when you just knew and you felt it in every fiber of your being that one day you was meant to do and be more. You didn't know what it was going to be, or you thought you knew what it was going to be, and that didn't happen, but you still have this feeling. You can't get away from this feeling because you know it's more for you. But that subconscious mind will lick you if you let it. So you got to download a new program. Need some new input. You got to brainwash yourself, guys. With new information, why the army get you when you're 17, 18 years old. They got to get you while you're young so they can brainwash you. They can get you where you need to be so you don't get yourself killed out there on the battlefield. You got to learn certain disciplines. And the discipline, the best thing you can do right now is work on you. I know you want to talk to people about your business. I know you want to go down. I know you want to do all these things, but you got to start with you, guys. You work on yourself harder than you work on your job. Work harder on you, guys. Remember why you started. Here's the exercise I'm going to leave you with. Today or tonight, when you're in your quiet place, guys, before you go to bed, you get out your journal and you write down what you want. You write down what you want and you go into detail. Get lost in the sauce. Space out and just write everything. Everything. And when you're done writing what you want and you write it out in detail, I want you to lay back and I want you to close your eyes in your bed or in your study, wherever you are, and I want you to go there. I want you to imagine what is it going to feel like when you're in that new home, when you're in that new car, when all your debt is paid off. Don't focus on the debt. Focus on the feeling of the debt paid off. You focus on debt, you go keep it. Focus on the feeling, what it's going to be like when you take that vacation, when you don't have to take it on a budget, but you go and do everything, all the massages and the facials and, the excursions and, all the fine restaurants. You think about when you walk in so proud, guys, and people acknowledge you and they recognize you not because you fancy dressed and all of that, but because of the way you carry us, an aura, a confidence. You belong there. So you got to be there where you belong before you get there, guys. You got to believe that. So I want you to do this exercise. It's called a visualization. I want you to do it tonight. I want you to do it in the mornings. Just take a few minutes before you start and before you end your day, guys, and do this. And these are things people told me to do, guys, in the beginning of my network marketing career. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. You just got to work hard. You just got to put the time in. You got to put the work in. And the guy told me, he said, Damon, until your belief matches your work ethic, you will never go as far as you can. And I had no idea what he was talking about until I got tired of trying to do it my way. And I started listening and I started listening to the audios. I started writing down affirmations, start speaking what it is that I want. I'm so happy and so grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I started saying things like, I'm so happy and so grateful now that I am a money magnet. I am a walking vault. Successful entrepreneurs follow me everywhere I go, enjoying my business, becoming extremely successful every single day. And I'm so happy and so grateful now. The money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I started doing everything that the successful people that were above me, because I got tired, guys, of sitting down in the back of the room watching them. So I said, well, man, if I can't beat them, I got to join them. And that's what I did. And that's what I hope you do with me today, guys. I want you to join me. Remember why you started. Join me on this mission, guys, to go as far as we can go. but it starts in the imagination. Daniel West, I see you, man. Great morning to you. Thank you, sir, for all that you do for the company. Thank you, Brooke, for all that you do for the company. Thank you, David Nieves, for all you do for the company. Thank you, Miles and Heidi. Thank you, oh my gosh, Alex Reynoso. And thank you, James Linhart, VP of Marketing, for allowing God to use you, man, and picking up that phone and called me. James was at my house last night. He said, man, I cannot believe I'm at DeMar Coleman's house eating yogurt. In Dallas last week, he said 2 weeks ago, he said, man, I can't believe DeMar Coleman is in my business. And that's a brother that has an amazing story. When you hear from James Linhart, you will find out that he didn't stop living in his future, guys. And that's how he attracted DeMar Coleman. Anyways, thank you so much for having me on the AM Power. Guys, this is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have multiple speakers from the company that come on and we just share. On that note, you guys have a great day and God bless.